7 minutes.
Which is your usual surgical time.
Exactly. You will see that. So, first of all, when we test the patient, I test the medial tilt to see if my lateral retinaculum is tight or not. I do the quadrant test to see the competency of the MPFL. I test if the patella is stable or not. You see that I'm not doing surgery on patellar painful syndrome. And then we do the TT osteotomy. It's a medial incision, it's 6 centimeters, just medial to the tibial tuberosity. The first step of that surgery would be to harvest a gracilis or a semi-T to do the MPFL. And I will tell you that it's not rare that I take the semi-T because I feel that the gracilis is too small. And if your gracilis is small, I don't like it. I size my MPFL just to know exactly how much I need to stitch my MPFL. Then I find the insertion of the patellar tendon. You remember yesterday about the BTB and the deflection osteotomy. I always look at where the patellar tendon is inserted. And then I draw my tibial tuberosity. So when I draw it, I would say that I did from the insertion of my patella, I drill one hole 2 centimeters below. The second screw would be 2 centimeters below, and the tibial tuberosity osteotomy 2 centimeters below. So it's a 6 centimeters of a total. Okay. So I draw it with my knife. I push a little bit the periosteum just to expose the bone, and then I will drill my holes. So I take exactly the ruler and I do that every 2 centimeters. So the first is a drill 3.5 perpendicular to the tibial shaft. Second screw perpendicular to the tibial shaft. It's fundamental because when you will screw it, you will keep the direction. And what is very, very important when you do tibial tuberosity osteotomy is to do 2 small holes at the distal part of your tibial tuberosity, because you will prevent from any stress fracture when you cut your TT osteotomy. Everybody is afraid about that. If you use 2 small holes, you will go from one hole to the other one, and you will not damage the cortical of your tibial shaft, definitely. So this is very, very, it's a small trick, but it's so important to use it. So we do one and we do another one. So this is the limit, the distal limit of my tibial tuberosity. When I have done that, I will use a 4.5 drill, monocortical, because I want to put some compression on my screws. This is the head sinker to put the screws in the bone. I don't use any washer, and then I will be able to do the cut. So with the cut, I go from, you see, from one hole to the other one with a small saw, and the lateral cut is 45 degrees inclination. So I will be able to go in the cancellous bone. Very important for healing. And I go from the lower hole to the patellar tendon insertion portion. And then the medial cut would be a flat cut. It's a flat cut because I want to medialize. I want to be able to medialize my my tibial tuberosity. So the orientation of the 2 cuts are different, definitely different. When we have done that, we will detach the tibial tuberosity with an osteotome, and it's very easy. Just do a little bit of that on the osteotomy, and then you detach from the top, like the BTB, okay? It goes very easy. Up. You see the tibia, you see that you can pull down the patella, and then you will measure at the distal part of your tibia tuberosity the amount of distalization that you want. So you can cut very precisely 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 5 millimeter, whatever you want. You are so precise when you do that. So no risk of patella infera because you have measured everything. And then you put it down, you see that it has to be exactly, it has to fit perfectly, so you know that you will not lose any distance when you do that. And the screw will be perpendicular to the tibial shaft. You have seen that when I screw my screw, I do like that with my screwdriver, because it directs my screw exactly to the second hole. If I take my screwdriver from the top, I will move and I will never find the second hole. So it's a small trick, but it works very well. And you have seen before that we were doing the medialization. I missed that. Sorry. You see, this is important. We do the medialization with this tool, and you see exactly the amount of medialization you have done here. Okay, you measure it, so you know exactly how much you distalize, exactly how much you medialize. So you are super precise. That's surgery. MPFL reconstruction, you will see very fast how I do. I detach the periosternum on the middle side of my patella. I do not open the joint, and I do 2 holes from the top of my patella, 5 millimeter below the top of my patella. The second hole is just below the first hole. I don't use too much anchors on the patella side. I go monocortical, so it's very solid. I don't have any patellar fracture when I do that. And then I pass the graft in those 2 holes. You have seen that I use a fluoroscopy to position my femoral tunnel. I go through the medial retinaculum, so the direction of my MPFL is fine. Then I find the second layer, pass my graft, and pull my graft in the femoral tunnel. And then you see the knee is at 75 degrees, and there was no surgery at that angle of flexion. I pass the graft, and I will pull to the maximum the graft. In extension, okay? I pull to the maximum and I test the patella. So it's overcorrected, definitely. So it is bad to overcorrect. So what I do, I put a cochlear on that side, and then I sight the knee 10 times, like an ACL, okay? And then I test again my patella. And and you see that when I test the patella is moving. It's not, it doesn't correct the patella, it just clocks the patella, not to dislocate. This is the goal of my MPFL. So I don't care the angle of flexion or fixation. For me, it's blah blah blah. If you are anatomic, it's okay. And if you will be perfect, and if it clocks your patella, this is the goal of MPFL. It's not a realignment procedure for sure. So, well, that's it.